All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. I'm your host, Tone Vays, and I am joined by Chris, known as Crypto, as I just landed in Dubai this morning. How you been, Chris?
Very, very well. Happy to be here, man. You are one of the OGs. I'm very happy and proud to be on this channel and talk to this crazy community, man. You have a few good traders in your community.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you've grown your channel massively. I remember when you were just first getting started.
Yeah.
And you guys really got the right formula. You, Carl, Da Vinci, a bunch of other guys, Crypto Guru, formerly Stock Guru, Alex MM. You guys got a huge community here. And how's it been? You moved out to Dubai a little while ago, and you still love it here, huh?
I love it, man. It's a great place to be. I still have to travel every now and then to get like a little bit of nature here and stuff, but it's beautiful. And yeah, once again, man, happy to be on your channel. You are just like very, very professional, I think. And the way you present trading is on a little bit on a, like, you don't break it down so easily, right? So that's why you attract a very high quality crowd of traders. But of course, then it's not so much for the masses.
Yep, and let me go to screen share, guys. Since I am, and I'm going to show you guys around this room. This is insane. It's another one of my trader friends who is coming to the financial summit in Bali, and so is Chris. Chris is going to be there as well. And a bunch of people coming to the Bali Financial Summit. Let me real quick, because everyone that comes on my channel, I do show their YouTube channels. There's Chris with 565 YouTube subscribers. 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I'm still stuck at like 125, but we'll get there. Yeah, there's going to be a little event in this room tonight. Nice small event. So probably stream from here tomorrow as well. I'm just staying next door. But it's Dubai is always great. Lots of conferences. I will be speaking at GITEX, the Future
Blockchain Summit.
Future Blockchain Summit, because there's one right after. It's like the Blockchain Future Summit or something like that. There's so many conferences at this time of year. October, November is like 2 a day somewhere in Dubai.
I'm speaking also tomorrow.
Do we get Craig speaking tomorrow or the day after tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Speaking both. Speaking tomorrow as well.
Only tomorrow.
Okay, I'm speaking tomorrow and the day after, but on like different stages and stuff. All right, let me show you guys around the room real quick. Chris and I are gonna walk around, and then I'm gonna get your price outlook as well, man. Let's do that first. We'll do a little price outlook, and then we'll show you guys around the room. So on a monthly scale, I got my MRI buy on the Heikinashi version of candles, and this is the third time we ever had an MRI buy. The last time we had it was right here at the low on December 2018. And the only other time we got it was right in the middle of the bear market, at the end of the bear market in 2015. And this is the third time we ever had it. And this is why I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to reverse some point this month. I don't expect us to still be going down next year. I think the price is ready to reverse. And on a weekly scale, I actually would love to see one more capitulation. But we are on an MRI buy this week as well. It is possible that Bitcoin has found a low. I am opening up the possibility of one more big crash, but from a time perspective, I'm expecting this bear market to end this month. From a chart pattern perspective, we have a double bottom. I hate double bottoms. To me, they are more bearish than bullish. What are your thoughts on the monthly and the weekly outlooks?
I hate double bottoms often, but for Bitcoin on the weekly, I quite like them. They don't happen so often. And usually when they happen, but correct me if I'm wrong, when they happen on the weekly time frame, not talking about daily or 4-hourly, usually they succeed. We had like one in 2018, 19, like November to beginning of 19. I think we had a double bottom formation, and that was the bottom of the bear market. And also simultaneously 5
it was close.
It
was close. I mean, this is almost a double bottom. It's close enough to be considered a double bottom for some traders. And yeah, Chris. right
and,
on this.
and if you pull the neckline here, right, and then once we broke the neckline, it was a big release.
Right. Well, I really like this as an ascending triangle over here.
Yeah, good point.
It was kind of bullish. I started becoming a bull over here on the rise once we started breaking out, mostly on this candle, not even this candle. I was still a little skeptical on this big candle there. I started becoming a bull here, and I started becoming super concerned all the way up here. This move felt unnatural to me. I was still a big bear, thinking that we could fall all the way back down. COVID probably, I was right, but COVID had more to do with that than TA. I was still needed to be sure. But this move, I was bullish ever since. And right now, I'm turning massively bullish. Everyone that's asking me, Tone, when's a good time to buy Bitcoin? I'm saying right now.
Welcome to the club, man. I'm happy. I remember 2019 when we made these videos, or like 2018. We were all like always having a different opinion, because everyone who knows me, I was always a perma bull and you were a perma bear. So it was always good for some discussions. But yeah, to answer your questions, I agree on the weekly and on the monthly also. I mean, we are consolidating now 5 months. The last time we did this was 2018-19, bottom of the market. And the time we did it before was 2014 or so, what you just showed. So I think it's a good sign so far. Of course, I don't like we are below the 200-week MA and like a few other things which never happened before. But overall, I agree, I'm bullish, and I'm in a long position actually myself, which I opened, which I scaled down from like 20 all the way down to 17.5. Now it's like a 19 average, and I'm keeping, it's a position trade. I keep it open.
Nice. And on my 4-day chart, I am going to be bullish and entering bullish positions as a trader, not as a long-term investor. Once we establish multiple closes and consistency above 20,000, we get above it, we stay there like half a day, and then we go back down. I want to see, a week to 2 weeks worth of closes above 20,000, and that would convince me that the probability of going below 17.5 is down to like 15%.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we want to make like a big decisive move, then rather wait a little bit longer than rushing into something, because everyone who was trading Bitcoin for the last 12 months knows that if you rush into something, you get wiped out, man. There were so many fake outs and false moves. So I think the more cautious method is probably the better one. That's what I did, right? Like not high leverage position trade. I just scaled it bigger and bigger. And now for weeks, I'm just keeping the size and not doing anything. If I weren't in a trade, I wouldn't even join, like open one right now. But I think being cautious is the right decision at the moment, once we get like a big decisive move and some confirmation that it's relevant.
All right, before we move on to the daily chart, just want to give everyone a heads up. Bali is only 3 weeks away. We still have rooms available. I rented out the majority of this resort that you see in these pictures. So there's still room to join. Now everyone is signing up. So I'm getting a bunch of signups right now. Everyone wasted the last minute. Everyone wanted to wait for the price of Bitcoin to rise. It didn't rise, but people are still signing up. And
but you get so much more out of it. If you pay now this money, if you increase your human capital, you get so much more out of it than the money you spend. Of course, if your whole bankroll is like 20K, I would not agree.
I agree. Do not you don't want to come to this if it's the majority of your savings. You definitely want to come if you have if you have a slightly bigger savings. This is designed for the high net worth individual, the high net worth financial professional. That's what these events are designed for. You can click on room upgrades just to see what kind of rooms we have. Those that sign up with just a basic price still get an incredible room. You can choose between a villa or a suite on the cliff. There's an elevator, takes you down to the private beach. Da Vinci has been to this resort.
He said it was the best freaking conference of his life. I'm not joking. I would not say it on camera if he didn't say that. He said it like 1-2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2019, the very first one in 2019.
And he was going crazy about it. So that's why I actually decided to go there.
Yeah, no, you guys are going to love it for sure. All right. You guys can follow us on Well, this is my calendar. I'm now in Dubai, so I post all my conferences done. I go to Georgia. Have you been to the Republic of Georgia?
Dude, I wanted to go for hiking, but then like it got too rainy. So, but I want to go next year latest. Eat some khachapuri.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I'm going for the weekend.
Oh, you go now?
I'm going for the weekend next weekend. Well, not yeah. So we're right now we're here. So not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after. But it is the night of the UFC fight, and I had a ticket to that too.
Oh,
fun. The UFC fight here.
So there's a crypto conference and the UFC fight
here. The UFC
fight
here, right? So there's a UFC fight here on the 22nd. And last night I was hanging out with some guys in Kazakhstan, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have an extra ticket for you." And I checked. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm speaking at a GameFi event in Georgia." And I love Georgia. It's one of my absolute favorite countries.
Yeah, I love the cuisine.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I am going to go to Georgia for the weekend, then I'm back in Dubai, and then Financial Summit time. You guys can follow us. Nope, those are my DMs, so I'm not going to open that. I always make that mistake, so I'm always checking now. And you guys definitely follow us on YouTube. Okay, daily charts. We're about the short term. So, Chris, so on your channel, do you focus more on the longer term picture or the shorter term picture?
Usually the shorter term picture whenever we have volatility and action. But right now, honestly, I get so bored and I don't know. I mean, now I'm just using the daily max, usually weekly and monthly. I just make a quick update, updating the people about my thoughts because I'm in a position trade and I'm not looking for like day trades or so.
And what kind of leverage on your position trade?
The one I'm having now is 9x.
9x. Okay.
It's not very small, but I had good bankroll to scale it higher if it goes lower, and that's what I did. And actually 17.5, I catch the last one, and I was able to decrease my average below the current price.
Yeah, so on my daily chart with the MRI, and I did tell people the two lowest candles we've had. So this is going back to June 18th. The candle that gave us the 17.5 low was an MRI buy candle, and the only other, and eventually the price went all the way to 25,000 before reversing. The only other time the daily time frame gave us another MRI buy was the most recent low of 18,000. So those were the only two candles in this since June at these lows that gave you the MRI buy. So right now we are going down. We might get one more MRI buy. I keep postponing this potential capitulation. Eventually, if this thing consolidates long enough, there will not be a capitulation, but this consolidation would need to continue for at least 2 to 3 more months to really piss off people, and then they'll quit, and then it will rise without crashing. Otherwise, quick crash, swift recovery.
So what I think is, and that's just a qualitative analysis, nothing you should maybe consider for your trading, but wherever I go, if you look at social media, you talk to people, I make a poll on Twitter, like they get a lot of votes, so it's pretty significant. Everyone is screaming for 14,000, 12,000. Everyone is waiting for this one last capitulation.
I agree, too many are.
And the thing is, everyone who does this is standing on the sidelines. Everyone who does this already has sold. I mean, it's rational to assume that, right? And if like the majority is standing on the sidelines, actually there is not really many people left to sell. And on the other hand, also all the previous bottoms, besides the bottom in 2020, it was very different. It was exogenous event. Every other one, 2018, 19, 2014, it's usually like we get this big crash and then a very boring sideways period until we eventually get this power move towards the upside. And this is more what I'm seeing right now. Of course, it can be wrong. Maybe we get this one last capitulation, but looking at previous history and at the bearishness of the market, I think the bottom is maybe already in.
Yeah, no, I somewhat agree with that. And the one thing that separates this capitulation that I do think has a slightly higher probability of happening than not versus the last several is that in the last several, I was actually positioned with short positions. Not this time. I'm not confident enough to short Bitcoin. And if my recommendation is this is a good opportunity to get in as a position long-term trade. As a more short-term trade, the risk of capitulation is too high, which is why I would wait for complete stability above 20,000 and even probably pushing 21,000, get out of this channel to then go long short-term for long term, now is a good time with low leverage, and you'll be able to withstand this capitulation.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my view on the situation. The best move right now for a short-term trader: stay in cash, set a bunch of limit orders anywhere below 16,000 all the way down to 12,000. If they hit, great. If they don't hit, you get in, within the next 2 months after we break the 50 and the 128 moving average.
Yeah, and I mean, for position trade, I know I'm in a 9x, but I'm willing to pump in more. If someone is not, I would say maybe 3x or so, especially if you now expect something worst case 14 to 15K, you want to have 30, 35% of air to breathe, right? So I would say like maybe 3x leverage or so, and then a little bit more to pump in as a position trade max. That's what I would feel comfortable going into a trade right now.
On a 1 hour chart, we had a little bit of a crash. We're now rising. This is a trend line. Technically, the trend line has broken. I don't know what this means much on a 1 hour chart. Now, you're going to participate in the trading competition in Bali. We've got that one. Who can make the most money in 6 hours?
Ah, you had it the last time.
We had it the last time. It'll be great. So we did that in Dominican Republic. It was more standardized. I came in second place. I made 8%.
Who was number one?
A guy named YL.
Yeah,
YL was he was there as well. Remember the two brothers? His brother won the competition in Dubai, and he won the competition in Dominican Republic.
Oh, so he's a good one. That was
so
lucky.
Two brothers, yeah. So they've been winning.
If you do it 6 months, I would probably win, but 6 hours, that's a hard one.
We do 6 hours, max leverage 20%.
Yeah, I remember. Wait, wasn't it spot also?
It was perpetual, but it was the perpetual. Just simplicity, right? Yeah. And the reason why we did 20x is because we used BitGet. Everyone was trading on BitGet in their fake. It wasn't real money. It was you win real prize.
Yeah,
it was just easier that way, and also beginners are afraid to trade in this contest if they're gonna lose real money. But there's going to be a very nice prize. There's going to be a nice cash prize because of sponsor.
Yeah.
And so this way, everyone participates. And the reason we go with 20x is because that's the default.
What's the cash prize?
Probably at least $1,000.
Yeah, cool. That's fun.
At least $1,000 to the winner.
Yeah.
And it's also bragging rights, right? It's more.
It's honestly, it's just about that. You want to make the story, right?
Yeah. You're going to be in the video. So here, let me stop the screen share for a second. I'll show you guys this room as well. So I think the camera is focused on you, Chris. So wherever you walk, the camera will move. So we can walk around. I'm going to zoom out actually on the camera. And you guys will see this ridiculous room. We're going to have a lot of people coming here a little later today. So it's going to be fun. So if we walk over this way, on the TV, we are playing the promos for the financial summit. And let me get this thing out of the way. Oh, you're good. You're good there.
Yeah, but they can't see it, right?
And you will see the two winners. Oh, now it's to focus on me. Perfect. So wherever I go, it'll move. So let me show you guys around this place. You already see this side of the room. So here's the other side of the room.
It's focused on me again. The camera likes me.
Yeah.
All right. Are you joining?
Hey guys. We're in it is a live stream, so it's cool. You guys are welcome to walk through, but unless you don't want to be on camera, then you don't. It's up to you. Okay. So I mean, this room is just. Let's see how far this camera will turn. So this room is absolutely sick. You got a big couch over here.
A piano over there.
Yeah, piano. We gotta find someone that
ukulele. You have like a guitar or something.
So and then there's like a bedroom and a balcony back there, behind us. So over there through that door there is a balcony, and we got an open bar, man. So there you go, focus on you again. So I just came from Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and they're not like there's no culture of drinking there at all. So actually, considering I was like out with people every night for like 10 days between the two countries, I barely drank any alcohol.
Oh, wow.
They just don't have a culture of drinking.
I thought they would. It's like so similar, like so. Let's say geographically so close to Russia.
It is, and they all speak Russian. But also the south side of Russia, they're Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
But they're but it's just different. It's just it's not Arab Muslim. It's South Asian. I don't know what it's called. I always forget. But it's just it is a Muslim culture. But but you don't see it, right? They don't wear anything that indicates that they're Muslim.
Yeah.
So it's just very, very different. It's very interesting. The meat there is great. If you eat meat,
I was yesterday at a Uzbek restaurant.
yeah, they're very, very good. Okay, let me lock in the camera here a bit. There we go. So we're both in the middle. Yeah, so you can see the TV over there behind me. And yeah, so there's bragging rights. Whoever wins, you know, they'll we'll capture that, and you're going to be on our next promo video and stuff. But you're on the promo video from Dubai as well, along with a bunch of other YouTubers. All right. So do you look at traditional markets at all, or you only
just the Dixie,
only
like
Bitcoin?
and the US dollar index, right?
So what do you think of the US dollar index then? Because I look at that one often as well. I just did a presentation on a 5-year out portfolio. So this was a presentation in Kazakhstan. It was actually super cool. So it was like my breakdown of what I would hold in a portfolio for the next 5 to 10 years. And of course, Bitcoin was a big chunk of it. I still believe the S&P 500 would reverse. And I think the dollar will rise, mostly because the rest of the currencies are just crap.
I agree. And for US dollar, I just recently made some content about it. I just look at the US dollar index, not at the markets, because for me only Bitcoin is relevant, and Bitcoin is correlating with the US dollar index, not with the markets, because everything, the markets correlate with the US dollar index and Bitcoin with the US dollar index. So I think this is the common denominator. And what I think is happening, what I know it's happening, I talked about in 2017, how like third world currencies are collapsing, Zimbabwe and so on, and we had Venezuela. Then, of course, second world countries were happening. And then I was saying, actually, just like last year or the year before, that Euro and Great Britain pound will be the next. And now I'm saying that Euro and Great Britain pound are collapsing against US dollar. So, of course, there is more room for the US dollar to go up because they can collapse more against the US dollar. Yeah. But eventually, the US dollar will also collapse. That is, for me, what has to eventually happen. Every fiat currency collapses after 50 to 70, 80 years.
That's my view as well. And I've been talking about the euro and the pound collapsing as I started on YouTube, which is all the way back in 2015.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it then. I'm surprised it's taken this long for them to go below parity with the dollar. The pound hasn't done that yet, but it will.
It's just so much market cap, man. It takes power to move it.
It does. And it's mostly due to the loss of confidence. And eventually that loss of confidence will break in the US as well. I think the US will break up into multiple countries by the end of this decade.
You'll have countries not trading oil anymore in dollars. You'll have like a few different events, and it will trigger a chain reaction. Eventually, I think US dollar is the last man standing, but it's still not going to be standing forever. It's also falling now if it just falls slower than the other ones.
Yep. So here's another thing I'm watching in the stock market. So on the stock market, here is the S&P 500. This is the monthly chart, and October is an MRI buy. We had an MRI, a second consecutive MRI sell near the top. So this is an MRI buy in this October. On a weekly chart, next week,
it looks like an empire.
Yeah. Next week, we're going to have an MRI buy next week, assuming this week doesn't fly all the way up.
Yeah.
Next week will be a weekly MRI buy inside a monthly MRI buy. And if we keep going down another 10 days, we will make a daily MRI buy. And the last time that happened, the last time we had a daily MRI buy inside a weekly MRI buy, inside
Inception, man.
inside a monthly MRI buy, the last time that happened was at the very bottom of 2008 financial crisis.
Oh, beautiful.
That's the only other time, well, in recent history, by recent I mean the last 20 years. And that's it. And that's basically the list. So here I went all the way back to, once this thing loads, to the 2009 chart on the daily. And here you can see that we had a daily MRI buy. It was a second consecutive daily MRI buy, but they're more often. So here it is on March 6th, literally marking the low in the housing crash. And the next day, we started the weekly MRI buy. And 1 week earlier, there was the completion of the monthly MRI buy. So it was a combination of monthly, daily, and weekly within a 10 days.
So how long to confirm the setup to happen now again? How many more days?
10 more days.
10 more days?
10 more days of downside, and we're going to repeat this situation.
Interesting. So I hope Bitcoin follows.
Yeah. And the other thing that I've been mentioning, so again, this may take me on the Financial Summit YouTube channel, where we're trying to do a bunch of research. I really got to have this more handy. I have to go all the way back to September. Damn, I really got to take the screenshot because oh no, it's not going to work. I wish I can see all of them. I can't. Oh man, I'd have to scroll back pretty far. But historically, September is historically the worst month for the stock market over the last 70 years. No matter what metric you look at, 70 years, 50 years, 20 years, election years. September is one of the worst months. And October,
same for Bitcoin.
And October is one of the best.
But it's also for Bitcoin the same, right?
Probably because they're generally correlated. So I am waiting for October to finally reverse the markets. And everyone is so bearish on the stock market. And I think speculation is coming. The other chart I had up was the bonds. So the bond market, I drew this arrow. I always draw my arrows on the candle that I draw it. So that means I drew this arrow in June, and I would have drawn this probably in June as well. I expected the bond market to recover a bit and then crash with higher interest rates. So this call has been right on the money. These arrows are still on my chart. And if I go to the DXY.
Did you trade it or?
No, I'm traveling the world.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. You're traveling so much, organizing and stuff. It's not easy.
It's
as
not.
Like professional trader as you are. You have to be on the.
No, I'm taking Q1 off. Speaking of which, I want to talk to you. So we're about to take a dive. Oh wow, look at that MRI sell on the weekly dollar. The dollar might pull back a bit.
Dollar down, stocks up.
Yep, for a little while, and then dollar up again. But I think the dollar can rise with the stocks because there should be a lot of confidence lost in other stuff. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the screen share. I'm gonna open Instagram. I'm gonna go to your Instagram.
Chris Crypto.
Oh,
because
God,
the rest is like it's some guys look for the real one, please.
Oh, yeah, I'm not live streaming.
Yeah, that's second
there. You have a check mark. I'll get mine eventually.
You deserve one.
I'll get
100%.
I'm gonna go back to screen share. So this is Chris's Instagram, and something that I stopped doing 2 years ago, but I'm gonna start again. You seriously started working out. You got back into the gym. How important is that? Because that's been like it's like frustrating me, and I still can't get back into the gym. Maybe I'll go with you while I'm here.
Yeah.
But obviously tomorrow is speaking at the conference the next day. But it's already like I have 2 things on my to-do list. 2 really important things on my to-do list for next year. My New Year's resolutions. I don't care how much money I'm making in 2023 at all. Priorities become health and fitness, learning Spanish, because I'm moving down to Latin America as my base. So learning Spanish, getting back into health and fitness, because it's been 2 years. And I used to work out CrossFit every day for like an hour.
And it feels amazing, right? I mean, it's good for your hormone levels, testosterone, everything. And you just feel great afterwards. I mean, you know the feeling. You have a massive workout, full body sweat, cold shower. You feel like reborn. So I would recommend it for everyone. It's good for mental clarity. Basically I mean, even if you don't care about how much money you make, you'll make more if you are healthier, right?
Yeah, 100%. All right, Chris, I'm gonna let you go.
Yep.
You're gonna go finish your workout, sort of. Ice baths.
Yeah.
How are those, man? So I'm big on saunas. And when I go to saunas, I stay in there a while. I want it to be like, I want my sauna to be 92 Celsius and above.
Yes.
92 to 98 is my preference zone.
Yeah.
And when I'm in there, I need that cold plunge pool, but then I go right back into the heat. So how do you do your cold baths?
So yeah, I also go into the sauna every day, but not always, or like almost every day, not always directly before, but the best is of course sauna, then ice bath. If you want just like a cold plunge, you do sauna, cold plunge, sauna, cold plunge, sauna, but you should always finish cold. I know it's very tempting to go into the sauna again because it's cold, but you should finish cold to get like also all the mental benefits, right? And immune system benefits. So I finish cold, and afterwards no sauna
But
anymore.
when you go to do your cold baths,
Yeah,
are there in a place with a sauna?
yeah. I mean, now I'm either doing it at one place here. They have a sauna and an ice bath, or I do it at home. I just got an ice delivery while I was here, so the ice is already there. I have a sauna upstairs, so I go into the sauna and then I jump into
In
the
your
ice bath.
building?
Yeah.
Oh, are you not at the villa anymore? Are you back?
No,
at,
I'm back in the downtown.
Okay,
Yeah.
same place as before. I'm not going to say the name of the building.
Yeah, same place, but different
I like to
apartment.
protect people's privacy.
Different apartment. Yeah, but in Dubai it doesn't matter.
Different
It's so
apartment,
safe
same
here.
building.
Yes, I can show it to you if you want to drop
Oh.
by like the next
Oh
days.
yeah, no, I mean I've stayed in that building before. Do you still have the villa?
No, but it's a very different apartment.
Oh,
It's
okay. Do
interesting.
you still have the villa?
No, the villa I don't have anymore.
Okay, you guys done with the villa.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. Now that I moved back, I missed the villa.
And
I always want what you.
miss the villa.
That's the thing. The only solution, and it's really not bear market thing to do, is to have both.
Yeah.
Man. Anyways, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone here. If you're watching this, I know Tone never does this. Support this man more, like the videos, make noise for the algorithm. He never asks for it, I'm pretty sure, like, or almost never. He needs that. Such a nice person and he deserves more views. So give him likes, comments, shares, and everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye bye,
Chris.
man.
Thanks
See
for
you,
joining. Yeah, and feel free to mention the Financial Summit on your channel with your 500,000 subscribers. Oh, we got Wade here. We are live streaming. I'll get you on a live stream later. Meet Chris on Crypto. Maybe you guys can chat for like 3-4 minutes, and then I'll answer a bunch of questions on a live stream. Wade is from BitGet, our sponsor for the Financial Summit in Bali. And I'll still be live streaming if you want to say a few words on a live stream. Sure. All right. Out there. Yeah, Chris is walking out, so but just take like 2 minutes. He's got to find his shoes in this giant place. They're not here. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a look at your live stream. Kazakhstan was great. Uzbekistan was great. People are incredible. If you ever go to that side of the world, if you ever go to like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, they're some of the most like friendly people. They will not let you pay a bill, like a food bill, for example. Last night, so there's like 6 or 7 of us. We go to dinner, a bunch of meat, not a lot of alcohol, again, not drinkers. And 2 guys start seriously arguing over who's going to pay the bill. Like over not who's not going to pay the bill, over who's going to pay the bill. They will not let you pay. So it's like an honor to pay the entire bill when you go out. And while 2 guys were furiously arguing over who's going to pay the bill, the 3rd guy just walked away and paid the bill. And he was not going to take either of their money. It's really, it's just such a different mentality of people. It's super interesting. All right, I'm gonna glance at some of your questions, and as people come in, I mean, this really starts at around 7 o'clock. What time is it now? My watch is still on like Kazakhstan time.
6.
It's 6 o'clock, right? So this is why this place is still empty, and yeah, there's gonna be people coming. I think we're limited to like 35 people based on hotel rules, but this is the best penthouse in this hotel. Freaking awesome. Be hanging out here tomorrow night as well. It's like but I have to be at the conference all day. I I'm actually going to be on CNN. That's another, that's going to be interesting at a CNN interview. Thoughts on CBDCs? I mean, with the US dollar is a CBDC. All fiat currencies are already CBDCs. There's nothing new there. There's two things that could be new. The elimination of private banking. Because of CBDCs, you can have an account with the Federal Reserve indirectly without the private bank, which means more censorship, more confiscation, more inflation. And they're going to watch you more. Every transaction is going to be super monitored, and the US dollar can't get rid of physical cash. There's just too many dollars all over the world. So the euro might go away real soon, but not physical cash. All right, next question. I'm going to go backwards. I see the most recent question. Many of my moderators are around. Have there been questions? I haven't seen anything from the moderators. I also didn't ask for it. But if there were good questions, go ahead, throw them in there. With Biden spewing about decriminalization and pardons for cannabis, check TT. Oh, yeah, the cannabis stocks. We can check the cannabis stocks. Yeah, Biden is freeing people he put in jail for 30 years with this crime bill. Him and Kamala. Biden and Kamala are probably responsible for the majority of people who want to smoke a plant, and they're doing like a lifetime prison sentence. And that's mostly because of Biden and Kamala. And now they're the good guys by getting you out of prison. So good job, the Biden administration. Yeah, I thought Chris's Instagram like workout pics were at the top of his Instagram, but I guess they were further down. So I didn't get to those. Oh yeah. I don't know how far down they were. I didn't want to like scroll through his entire Instagram. But anyway, we're going to screen share now. I just scrolled through it and I should have scrolled down further. All right, let me go back to screen share. Where is the thing? Hold on. I want to go back to screen share, but I don't know where my Zoom link went. Okay, so I'm having a problem going back to screen share, guys. And I don't know how to fix it. So I want to go to screen share, but I'm having a problem because my Zoom window seems to be missing. Shit. Hold on. Shoot, I don't want to stop this stream. Huh. Hey guys, I don't think I can do screen share anymore. Not on this stream anyway. So, yeah, no more screen share. Yeah, I can't do screen share. So I can answer some questions, but I can't do screen share. Like my Zoom interface isn't like coming up, but at least I'm still live streaming. All right, Ways, you want to come up? And I wish I can do screen share, but
hey guys,
tell us who you are, where you're from. Oh, I know why. Solve my problem. Also, my battery's not. Solve the problem. I figured it out. Found it.
nice to meet you in person, Tom.
There we go. Let me just do screen share real quick. What are we screen sharing? We're screen sharing this. All right. Yeah, so I scrolled down Chris's Instagram, and so there it is, probably in about a year. So anybody can do it. I'm gonna do it. I was in great shape before, and I'm in shitty shape now, and I'm gonna get back into great shape. That's the plan. Those of you that don't know, Those of you that don't know what I looked like back in the day, Google Tone Vays health ministers, because I was making fun of health ministers with this tweet. This is basically our COVID world. What you expect your health experts to look like and what they actually look like, because this is what they actually look like. These are your global health experts, and there's a few more I could add to this list at this point. And this is what I looked like in 2019, right before COVID hit. So, and I look nothing like this now, but I'll get it back. And this is me in Georgia, picking grapes in Georgia in 2019. Last time I was in Georgia. Again, one of my favorite countries, and that's why I'm going over there to speak at a conference.
Like real Tarzan, man.
Wage, tell us who you are, where you're from, what do you do, and we'll see if there are questions from the live audience. I used to do these interviews all the time at events.
So my name is Vays. I'm a business development manager at BitGet Exchange. So if people who don't know, BitGet is actually top fiat derivatives exchange in the world, and our most popular product is actually copy trading. So basically people can follow some professional traders and set the right settings. This way people can actually follow someone who knows how to trade. And if you're a person who are not into crypto, or you actually want to get into crypto, basically this thing will allow you kind of get into that, have the taste of futures trading, and you get obviously bonuses and all of that stuff to get started. So that's what the BitGet is, and we are really working really hard to be #1 exchange.
Yeah, guys, as you know, I don't promote normally on my channel leverage exchanges, derivative exchanges. There's just so much regulation involved in that. Now, the Financial Summit.
To the Financial Summit.
The Financial Summit, which is playing on 2x for some reason, or 1.5x, is an international conference with sponsors. And BitGet is one of our sponsors. And the one thing I really like about BitGet is it has a like a beginner, very good beginner demo mode. So if you wanted to practice trading, you can do it. Oh, I need to put the link to, oh, it's not in this description. It'll be in this video's description. There will be a link to check it out. And I always advise people, you want to practice with a demo account, not real money, not real trading. And you want to practice with a demo account. When we do our trading competition, if you look at the video, when you do a trading competition, because I really like BitGet's demo account, we do the trading competition in BitGet's demo account. Okay, so you can check that out. I gotta add the link to some of these video descriptions, but you can go ahead and check that out. Definitely, you want to practice, and one of these days I'll do a tutorial video on it. So check it out. It is definitely check your jurisdiction where you legally can and can't trade in certain things.
Yeah, it's actually true. You can literally practice on fake money to see how it is going in reality before you actually put your own money in trade. That builds some confidence in you, and you don't jump to the trading and not knowing what you really do, what you really do. So this is going to be very helpful for you to get started.
All right, do we have any questions? Yeah, but again, you can check it in the video description. Any questions, guys? VIX at 33. Yeah, I'll look at VIX next time. Since I have a wage here from an exchange, let's see what you guys got. Oh, Sammy Fourflies is on his way. Sammy is on his way. Let me see. I also landed here this morning. I flew overnight. No, I don't see any questions really. I kind of want to wait for Sandy to get here. If he's close, all right, maybe I will look at charts. Does BitGet have a token?
Yeah, we do have a utility token. It's called BGB. So you can really do a lot of things with a coin. So some of the things that you can do is actually stake BGB to earn some other rewards. So we recently launched a launch pool where people can stake BGB or, for example, XRP to earn XRP as a reward. But when you actually stake BGB, your APY will be much higher. And this incentivizes people to buy BGB coin and use it for the future. When we have airdrops, just having the BGB coin on your account, you will be eligible to get some rewards. And there are many things you can actually do as well with BGB.
So that's basically the Binance model. They started I mean, they were the first big exchange with a token. And as you guys know, I'm not a fan of tokens, but Binance is a behemoth and Binance keeps growing and the Binance token isn't going anywhere. And at this point, every single exchange will have a token. I mean, they have to compete with Binance. Otherwise, Binance is going to eat them all. Any other comments on that?
That's true. And there's also benefits to have a token for the exchange because it incentivizes users to hold it, to trade, to look what the exchange can offer in return when you have the tokens. For example, if you are a copy trader on the copy trading, if you hold BGB, you will get higher percent of the followers' profits, because if you are actually a trader and people follow you, you can earn followers' profits. So higher amount of BGB you earn on your account, the higher percentage it will be when you earn rewards from when you earn from the followers' profits.
Yeah. Well, my followers know my views on tokens in general, but I understand that tokens aren't going anywhere. And even though I have never held any other tokens, Bitcoin is the only one I really look at. It is possible that the future is not going to be companies going public on the stock market. It is possible that the future is going to be every single company having a token. I don't know if that's better or worse than the current model. That is a model that takes into account the elimination of the SEC. And you guys know we've discussed the SEC a lot. And we'll see where that future is. If the SEC is not able to enforce security laws, and we're going to see which way the Ripple case goes. And they have not gone after Binance yet, and they have not gone after FTX yet at all. The only every exchange is going to have a token. It's an inevitability, but you don't have to use the token to use the exchange. You still have options, but in order for some of my events, in order to have another financial summit, and since we do have a trading competition, the financial summit is open to sponsorships from an exchange, and BitGet has been very accommodating with the sponsorship in order to keep events alive. Otherwise, events will not be able to function. They just don't bring in enough money to keep going. So sponsorships are absolutely needed.
And we're actually really, really happy to be, sponsoring your event. I'm looking forward to see the event myself on the Bali.
So you're coming to Bali?
I think so. Yeah, I think I will.
Perfect.
It will be really awesome.
All right. Any other questions? I'm not going to talk about the Russia-Ukraine war today, but we don't know how it's going to end. That I can tell you. Any other questions, guys? I am waiting for Sammy to get here so we can get his take on the markets. And then the actual, most people are going to show up at 7. And I got to keep an eye on my messages. That is. Any other questions, guys? On a live, I'm letting 4 flies know on a live stream. Hope you are close. Want you on this stream before I stop. Still don't know who this is. Any chance Bitcoin breaks 21 this week? Yeah, there's a chance. I don't think that chance is very high. Yes, BitGet is one of the sponsors. They're also on the website. If you go to the Financial Summit website. Where is it? There it is. If you go to the Financial Summit website, you will see our companies and funds in attendance. This is basically companies that support the Financial Summit, either by attending and buying a ticket or with a sponsorship. We do have the trading competition in BitGet's demo platform. So people aren't trading real Bitcoin. Again, we are conscious of regulation, but there is a real cash prize to whoever wins the trading competition, not to mention bragging rights. We're doing a selfie.
Selfie the must.
What do I think of the monthly MACD? It's probably super bearish. It is super bearish. The monthly MACD is a disaster. That's what I think of it. But the MACD is not the most important thing to identify in a trade. So while it's a disaster, it is not something to make your primary element of entering a position. Tone, when you mentioned NFTs last week, was there any particular project or platform you were considering trading? I don't know. I don't know in what context I mentioned NFTs, but I certainly have no interest in trading them or owning them. But I never had interest in owning ICOs either. And a lot of money has been made and lost with it. Oh God, Sammy 4 Flies is still half an hour away. So this is not going to work out because I'll be done with the stream by 7 p.m.
He's probably in the traffic.
Yeah, I think he might be coming from his villa, which is a little bit out of town. I thought he lived right nearby. Like, where are you? So you lived in, I'm not going to say it out loud because I like to maintain people's privacy. Thought MMO Oh, you mean MMC? I'm not going to read the rest of it. No, he's a really cool guy. I know I get a lot of shit from my followers for hanging out with MM Crypto and Carl Moon and Da Vinci and some of those other guys, but they're fun to hang out with, and they're here in Dubai. They have a very they have an amazing skill of getting people to watch their YouTube channels. That's an absolute expertise. And there's a lot I can learn from that, because I'm here with 250 live viewers right now, and they're getting tens of thousands. So they're clearly doing something right with their channels. Tyler Jenks was a genius. I wish I spent more time with him before he passed. It's very unfortunate. All right, any other questions, guys? Look, I wish those guys weren't into promoting all those tokens. You guys know I disagree, but if I stopped being friends with every single person that didn't see the same way as me in the crypto space, I'd have about 3 friends. It would be like Giacomo Zucco, Jimmy Song, and Adam Back, and Seyfedina Moose. That would be the list. No, a few more, right? Francis Poulier, a few other people that I never see. And I don't really spend much time in America at all anymore. So I would literally be by myself and have no friends if I wasn't on good relations with people, even though they believe in tokens and occasionally promote tokens. People are adults. People need to decide for themselves what tokens to get into, to speculate with, to hold for the long term, hopefully none. And people should be smarter, not to get caught up in, hype. Have I chatted with them about, that token is not a good idea? I have. I've told them all, but everyone has their own views on the situation. Well, there are pictures of me with Richard Hart, right? Before he pulled the whole Hex thing. There's even pictures of me with fake Satoshi, because I go to all of these events. I go to all of these shitcoin events in order to try to save the audience. Speaking of which, I am at the event tomorrow debating proof of work versus proof of stake. That's what's on the agenda tomorrow. Let me get the agenda for you. So here's what I'm doing tomorrow. Where is the agenda? Oh man. Still waiting for some good questions. I can swear I had the. Oh, here it is. Here's the link to the agenda. Here's the agenda for tomorrow, and here's where I am. Oh, nope, wrong day. Here's where I am. Proof of stake versus proof of work. I will be defending and debating proof of work versus proof of stake. And I don't recognize any other speakers on this day, other than probably Chris MM Crypto somewhere. He said he's speaking tomorrow, but it could be on a different stage, not this stage. I don't recognize anyone here. And I'm the one defending Bitcoin. And no one else does, so I do at these events. I don't want to look at XRP, guys. Wow, like Sammy Four Flies is still 25 minutes away, and by foot it's like 15. So I'm like, why don't you walk? It will be faster.
Traffic is crazy today.
Yeah, like I see him on a map. Like, dude, you should walk.
If you're on like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the sun's down, so it's not that.
Yeah.
Sun's down, so it's not that hot. SPY just went green. Oh, the market is open. Let's see. Let's look at the correlation. Am I still on screen share? I am. So correlation between bit. I really want the stock market to fall like 8-9 more days. Ah, he's saying walking is 41 minutes. Like in Dubai, you think things are close, but they're actually far. It's like Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. It always shows me like 15 minutes by a taxi to get somewhere, but in reality it's 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Because he lives close. Like it's super close. Like imagine it's like a 40-minute walk and then a 25-minute drive. Like your drive should be a lot more than like a lot shorter than that. All right, I'm just like hanging out on a live stream. Sammy Four Flies is going to be here in 20 minutes. I was going to drag this out to get him on a stream, but I may not be able to pull that off. Also, my battery life will not last that long. Right, so we're looking at the correlation. So S&P is now down back to almost its prior lows, and Bitcoin is down to almost its prior lows. But Bitcoin's lows came way earlier, so Bitcoin is still holding up well. Bitcoin continues to consolidate while the S&P might actually go lower. And I would love to see the S&P go lower for one more low sometime in mid-October, maybe 10 days from now. You form the low to give us daily, weekly, monthly MRI buys across the S&P 500. Why did I choose BitGet? Well, BitGet chose us, right? They chose to sponsor our event, and I actually really liked their demo platform. Back in 2019, we used Bybit, and I did not like their demo platform at all. And I was very, very happy to see BitGet have a really good demo platform that every single trader in the trading competition utilized at our last event. So it's great. So it's perfect. Hey, we got a comment saying BitGet is clean and works better than Binance or Bybit. Awesome.
Thank you,
Levy. Oh, my computer is about to die. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I will say that I've only traded with the demo, so and I like the demo. You got to be very conscious of the regulation in your jurisdiction. All right, guys. I'm gonna go before my computer just shuts off. Unfortunately, I couldn't get you Sammy Four Flies. And let me just make sure. Yep. All right. Thank you all for watching. Do I have time to sneak a peek at DXY? Yep, looks like DXY wants to go higher. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Check out the Financial Summit. You can click on these companies and go to their websites, check them out, and come and join us. This is the Dubai little video, but we already have some new ones from DR. All right, final words.
Thank you for having me, Tom. It was really, really nice to actually just pop up here and see you're doing the interview. The live stream was really good to talk to you. Don't forget to sign up to his channel. He's a really great person. I really like his videos. I watch them every single time. So yeah, it was nice meeting you all, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.